Cheers and salutations. Welcome to Chicago Reacts. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. That way you're made aware we upload, when we upload new content upon our YouTube channel. And today, we got a video from Garand where we're going to learn, we test different execution methods with ballistic dummies. So listen, folks, you know what the rules are. You hip, cool cats, you guys and gals, support the original content creator. The original link is in the description box below. So grab yourself a tasty snack and a tasty beverage, and let's execute some ballistic dummies. They're probably going to rob them from good old Scott, Kentucky Ballistics place, because Kentucky Ballistics gets the best of ballistic dummies. So there you go. So let's go and check this out. Garand, that's where I'm saying it properly now. So since I'm in charge of the ones and twos, let's get ready to check this video out in a 3, a 2, a 1.
Capital punishment. Executions.
Good.
The taking of one man's life for his crimes. Is it moral? Is it ethical? Well, these are questions we're not here to answer in Garand.
Yeah.
What we are here to bring you is cold, hard truth. And the cold, hard truth we are bringing you today is, what does it look like and how effective is it? We're going to be testing out various execution methods that are real world, using the actual weapons, using the actual ammo, and we hope to give you guys a good visual representation of what it looks like. Because what is important here on Garand is what, Micah?
Science.
That's right, science. And we are here.
Science is the best.
Science in a world of wishy-washy nothingness. But before we do that, we of course have to thank the biggest sponsor of the channel. The biggest sponsor of the channel is the who, Micah?
Sonoran Desert Institute.
That's right, Sonoran Desert Institute. If you're looking to get your start in gunsmithing, they are the people to go to. We love them. They do sponsor our science, and it's not always good science, but it is still science. So big thank you to them, and of course,
you know what? I'm going to make a controversial statement here in a 3, 2, 1. I approve of this science, and so does everyone here at Chicago Reacts. It is scientifically accurate. Bullet goes in, bullet comes out, damage is there. Take your notes. By the way, kids, all you guys and gals, there'll be a pop quiz at the end of this video.
we cannot forget who, Micah?
Primary Arms.
Which we are the only influencer to have ever bullied a real company into releasing a Skittles sticker. I don't know if I'm proud. Great optics, great price, we love them. And of course, guys, if you're looking to get better at dry firing, Mantis turns your gun into a dry fire machine. We love it. I use the hell out of it on my off time, just shooting the TV constantly. Rest in peace, Jennifer Lawrence. Now, my name is Michael Jones. I am a retired military, avid shooter, and big proponent of gun science. And today we're going to be answering some very cool questions. Now, what we have right here is a ballistic dummy from Ballistic Dummy Labs, a very good approximation of what the human body is. We have bone, we have blood, we have organs, and this is about as close as we can get without using what, Micah?
Real human beings?
Pedophiles, which aren't real human beings. So, we're going to use these as a stand-in, and we're going to be...
You know? We're gonna rewind that. That's some good stuff right there.
Organs. And this is about as close as we can get without using what, Micah?
Real human beings?
Pedophiles, which aren't real human beings. So, we're going to use these as a stand-in, and we're going to be...
Already, listen, folks. 10 out of 10. If you're not subscribed to Garand, please do so. The original link in the description box below. I approve of everything that's being said here by Garand. Garand, keep on kicking ass and taking names, especially for 2024. All right? Keep on doing the great work. And the off chance you see this video, I love it. I love it. I approve of it. So I better see some thumbs up in this YouTube video. I better see them.
Starting with, I think, one of the most interesting executions, and that is how they execute people in Utah. Thank you, Mormons. Now, Utah still has a firing squad. Now, firing squad used to be used a lot more, not so much anymore because they considered it inhumane, and hopefully we can prove that not true. So, in Utah, what they use is Winchester 94 rifles, chambered in 30-30. Now, we could not get Winchester 94s, and we couldn't get Henrys, but we told Rossi that we were going to be doing a execution video, and they happily sent us guns. So thank you, Rossi.
Oh!
These are Winchester silver tips in 30-30. This is a fairly old ammunition, and as much as we can tell from our insider source, These are the actual rounds that are used, and they were very hard to source. So in Utah, they use 5 30-30 rifles, and one of those rifles has a wax slug in it. That way, if any of the guys, are very sad about shooting somebody, then they can,
Play mental gymnastics.
Yeah,
with
be like,
themselves.
oh, maybe I had the wax slug, because apparently it feels very much so like real recoil. So in any case, only 4 of the rifles are actually firing a slug. So we have 4 shooters, each firing 1 round of Winchester 30-30 Silvertip into the chest of the dummy, and we'll be doing our first execution video. So enough talk, let's get on with it.
Execution.
Make sure our guy right here feel a little calm. We have a little bit of nicotine, calm him down. This is pretty intense. So with all that being said, let's kill him. All right,
Yes.
right here we have our
Shoot 'em.
posse. We have Stockpile Defense, Boise, Idaho, and then of course, who are you representing, Pat?
Pyramid tattoos.
All right, cool.
Boise, Idaho.
So
That's right.
we have these vagrants. We're gonna be putting this guy out of his misery. 4 rounds of 30-30. Mike, are you ready?
I am.
3, 2, 1.
Glorious. Damn. Whoa. That is actually. Hold on. Whoop. Up. Damn. Oh, you got. He. Whoa. Here we go. Look at all that. Rewinding. Beautiful. Oh, that is so kick-ass. Look at that. Look at that glorious. Ew. So glorious. Beautiful.
Look at the flowering off those rounds entering. Like, that is beautiful ballistics when they came in.
He just doesn't have a chest anymore.
He does. Look at, so we have a couple different impacts. So to be clear, there's a little bit of lag and stagger between all the shots in slow-mo. It's pretty simultaneous, but like, you have to imagine, like, even police officers all shooting together, or whatever jail officers who are shooting, like, they're not going to be perfectly timed. You're kind of going to get 4-ish rounds in around a second. It's kind of brutal.
Yeah.
He's gonna feel at least one of them for a little bit.
I mean, you would with lethal injection too. How long does lethal injection take? Like 30 minutes? I'll take that.
Whoa!
First round, when it came through, you can see it completely shattered the rib and went straight through the heart. That's death right there. Right here, we have these two, came through the lung tissue, blew out the ascending aorta. Upper round right here, traveled through, shattered the collarbone. If we come out the back, this is where it gets crazy, because we had 2 rounds exit out through the lungs. You can see all this tissue coming out. We had 1 round go through the spinal cord. That's your donezo, dude. And it kind of got stuck right there. And the other round also crushed through the spinal cord as well as through the heart. You're death, man. This is quick. I would take, okay, would you take lethal injection?
Yeah, for sure, because they put you to sleep first.
It doesn't always work. It doesn't always work. What about, would you take the electric chair over this?
No.
Hanging.
No.
You'd rather get shot first?
Yes, absolutely.
I would get shot, 100%. Now, we
Yeah.
tried an American execution method, but
All right, so let's ask yourselves this. What method would you choose if you finally had to meet your maker? Electric chair, buzz. Hanging by the rope. First time. Getting shot or lethal injection. What? Type in the comment section below. How would you like to go out?
what about some other countries throughout the world? Let's do some of those. So, Micah, we're going to be doing the Soviet/the Russian execution.
Soviet style.
I don't know. It's usually something like you exercised free speech, so they shoot you in the back or something. Or
That's-
give you some spicy tea.
That's pretty good. So you're going to be taking 1 round of 9x18 to the back of the head. They're very economical. They don't have a lot of money. So that's the best way to save the money, because they have a bunch of it. So whether it's a Makarov or if you're Polish or what have you, 9x18, which, if you don't know, is a little less than 9mm and a little bit more than 380. Not a lot of power. You're about to get Abraham Lincoln. We're not losing to the Ukraine.
Wow, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah, that was super
Wow.
anticlimactic.
Wow. Oh! Hold on. Let's check that out again. Ooh. You see this crack of the skull right there. Look at that. Boom. Oh, he's dead. 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 Dead.
It's just not that much.
It's like they want him to suffer a little bit.
Yeah, okay, but come take a look at this right here. So it did straight up, star pattern in the back of the head, and you have all that gunpowder that's burnt into there. And we did have a piece of the, looks like, of the jacket that exited out through the nose and penetrated through the skull. So certainly you're going to die. You're gonna die taken around to the head like that. It seems so unnecessarily brutal, even compared to like the 3030. Just don't get executed in Russia, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus. Next up, we have Thailand. Now the question is, how would Thailand execute somebody? It's actually quite interesting. So what we have here is we have the person we executed is tied up against a post, and their back is facing towards the shooter, which is a machine gun that is clamped into a vise. We then have a sheet that is between the accused and the shooter so that they don't have to watch the person getting shot. Now, originally they used an older submachine gun that was quite loud, and they would fire a burst of 15 rounds of FMJ into their back until they hopefully died. They wouldn't always die. But apparently that really scared the prisoners because they could hear the automatic gunfire, so they switched over to an MP5 SD, which is very, very quiet. As you know, the SD stands for super duper quiet. So the execution method for Thailand is 15 rounds from a submachine gun into the back through a sheet.
Cool.
Now they paint a target on the sheet to ensure that they're hitting the person correctly. Now we don't have an MP5 SD, so what we are using is an MP5 with a suppressor, firing subsonics. We're gonna get the exact same ballistic effects. So let's get shooting.
Cool. Oh. Ah. Well, he's dead. Yo. Not as climatic as the others. But okay. He's definitely dead.
That's so bad. I don't like that at all. Makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Slugs going through the heart, partially exiting, cracking the sternum. You're dead. Come here. Look at the back right here, Micah. Like, look at all 15 rounds right there. That is death. It's just brutal. I feel like there's a cleaner way to do it with a gun, and it's not 15 rounds from a submachine gun into the back. I mean, they don't do this anymore, but it just felt wrong. Okay, conclusion for Thai execution method. 10 out of 10 do not want it to happen.
No.
So far, I'm taking the 4 rounds of 30-30. What about you, Micah?
I'll take the 4 rounds 30-30. Then
Yeah, look, I'll take the 4 rounds getting shot, cigarette in my mouth, or getting Soviet style executed than the bed sheet one. I don't know, that the bed sheet one just yeah. Because the thing is, like, just because your back is faced against the shooter and there's a bed sheet there, you do realize. I mean, you might as well go ahead and face it. I mean, and of course you're getting popped in the back of the head, but at least like, okay, the gun's right there. This is something a little bit off-putting with the bed sheet.
then the Makarov.
Makarov very last. It seems so unnecessary. Now, our Thai guy right here is pretty injured, but he's not dead yet. So we're going to do another American special. This is a specialty of the Navy SEALs. We're going to do what's called a canoe. Is it a authorized killing under the laws of armed conflict or a war crime? That's not for me to decide. I'm just going to show it to you. So what it is when a combatant's on the ground and is still alive, a safety round is put under the chin, through the head, and then apparently will create that canoe-like effect.
Why is it
Okay.
a safety round?
Just to make sure they're dead, because you don't want them like popping up with a gun or pulling a grenade.
Yeah.
Something like that. You just
True.
want to make sure they're not alive. Safety round. Lives
Safety round.
are expensive, ammo's cheap. Give them another round. And of course, we'll be using the HK-416, which is was one of the weapons of choice of the Navy SEALs.
Cool.
As authentic as possible with the actual military ammo.
Good.
Can't wait. Interested to see what it looks like.
Oh.
Oh!
We're slow-moing that. Look at that. I can say this as scientifically accurate as possible. As scientifically accurate as possible. Look at all that. That is the correct method. Glorious. Glorious. He's dead.
It canoed him.
It just opened him up, dude.
It's a literal canoe. There's like a perfect like U going in his face.
Let's give him another one. Let's give him another one. You ready?
Not satisfied with the result?
I'm just. Dang. Yeah, that's extremely that's it, man.
I see why they call it a canoe.
Well, there you have it. Now we're probably going to do the most famous execution to have ever occurred. Bonnie and Clyde, specifically that bitch Bonnie. If you're not familiar with Bonnie and Clyde, they were outlaws, and a posse was sent down after them, led by Frank Hammer. What a badass name. Now, we do know from varying accounts, or we believe, that when the posse ambushed Bonnie and Clyde, that Bonnie, one of the posse members, stepped out and put a round through his brain immediately. There's good evidence to suggest that Ted Hinton, then with his Colt Monitor, unloaded about 20 rounds from his magazine into poor old Bonnie right here. Now, this is a representation of Bonnie. She's a little bit smaller. So what we have right here is we do have the Ford V8 glass. This is
Okay.
a really quality reproduction. We do have the dummy behind it. And, of course, more importantly, we have the Colt Monitor.
Whoa!
If you're not familiar with the Colt Monitor, it is basically a BAR that has been tricked out. It was called the FBI's fighting rifle. You have a large brake to stabilize it. It is horrifically loud, and it is firing 30-06. Very interested to see the damage. In the post-mortems on Bonnie, it very much so shredded her body and shot off her hand and stuff. So it was pretty brutal. Now, of course, she was shot with other rounds, but let's see what it looked like from the Colt Monitor.
Whoa! Rewind that. That is awesome. Hold on. Look at all that. Hey, look. Rounds going back in. Just doing rewind time. YouTube rewind time. Only except this YouTube rewind time is a lot more fun than previous YouTube rewinds. By the way, hold on. It's 2024. Did YouTube do a rewind? It probably isn't important anyways. They'll probably be talking about K-pop. Oh! Well, that's the end for old Bonnie. May she rest in peace. Yo!
Oh no!
Bonnie!
Bonnie!
Oh,
Bonnie, no!
Bonnie!
Ah! Bonnie!
I'm sorry. So we're gonna pop up a couple photos right here. Here's what's really interesting to me, and that's that I'm really happy about this. The glass behaved just like it did in the photos, and the actual car is still on display. So I think it's really interesting that we see kind of the same pattern and the same bullet size from the 30 cal from the Colt Monitor. I think that's really cool. There's like a nerd in me. But also what was really interesting was that glass shot back into the dummy. Do you see all that glass and shrapnel coming in? This was probably horrifically violent when it happened. They probably died quite quickly. Well, especially Clyde. Rest in peace. Another thing to consider too is that they were a slight upward angle. So that probably accounts for the fact that Bonnie's head was not sawed off like it was in the case of our video. But the 30-06 clearly had the power to do it. You have to understand it was a moving car. They were firing probably a ton of adrenaline. So they probably didn't get as precise hits. They're a little bit further away. But it certainly demonstrates the power that was coming from just one of the weapons that was fired at them during this time. Pretty incredible. And this is the way I'd want to go. Just taking 20 rounds from a Colt Monitor. Just gone, dude. It saw my head off, dude. Just do it. Well, that brings us to the end of the execution video. We've tried out a lot of different methods right now, and I think I'm going to rank them by how I would like to be executed. I will say Colt Monitor would be my number 1. My number 2 is the 3030, and after that, don't let me do any of the other ones because they seem horrible. Micah, what are your top 2?
I think just mostly style points, the Colt Monitor wins.
Yeah, style points.
Yeah, the Colt wins too. I'm gonna have to side with that. But by the way, folks, how would you like to go out? Type in the comment section below. Which one of those stands out? I don't know, man. I don't know. Feel sorry for. Why am I thinking about the film Bonnie and Clyde? You know. Rest in peace. Rest in peace from the window to the wall.
The Colt Monitor is pretty freaking cool. And then 3030.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the last thing that's going to happen to you, it better be tight.
You know, overall, I will say, you know, compared to like hanging, lethal injection, and some of those other things, I'll take getting shot, dude. That sounds way better to me.
I think they're just lazy, man. They don't want to clean up.
Yeah, they just don't want to clean up everything. In any case, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. I think it was really interesting seeing what the potential effects were in these different execution scenarios, maybe which ones worked better, which ones didn't, and the effects that we saw. Stay tuned. We have way more cool things going. As always, guys, train, get training. We love you guys. We got nothing.
That's right, as we should. So, folks, I think we learned something important here today. First of all, hey, listen, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. And if you do a serious crime, you're going to meet your maker very soon. Listen, just keep your heads in a swivel, drink water, don't break the law, be good to each other, dance off, pants off, and let's face it, 2024 is a brand new year, so you get to be a brand new you. And I don't want to see any of you get executed because you're all hip, cool cats. And you know what the best thing to do as being a hip, cool cat? Hey, support the original content creator. That link is in the description box below, and I expect all of you hip, cool cats to do the right thing. So if you don't got to get it, if you don't get it, go figure it out. Grand thumb, I love this video, execution style. I loved everything about it. But I don't want to get executed. So, you know, hey, listen, I just kind of want to live my life as best as I can in this world that is understandably going crazier and crazier, and knowing 2024, hold on to your butts, folks. If you think this wild ride is over, I'm so sorry. It's going to get crazier. But anyways, you can hang out with Chicago Reacts as we check out all these awesome videos. You get to hang out with us, check out our Discord, support us on Patreon, support the original content creator. Link is in the description box below. We got all these links in our description box below, so check it out. We are building a great community on our Discord, and I don't know, maybe we got some more videos in the future. If this is stuff you guys like us to see and check out, type in the comment section below. I'll see all you hip cool cats on the flip side. Peace.